Hey guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome. Good Monday. Good morning, good Monday, good afternoon, depending on where you are. So we are going to get started on this beautiful Monday motivational mini series here. I'm going to be starting more lives on Instagram and Facebook. So this is our first live for June. I'm still working out the schedule as to what I prefer and what will work in context to my busy life. But I wanted to make sure I created a space on Instagram for those who are looking for coaching or might have questions. Monday through Wednesday is our coaching sessions, and we are completely virtual. And then we go from throughout the week with our other sessions, and amazing products and services are available on our website. So after Mondays and Wednesdays, typically like Friday, Saturday, Sunday is going to be where we talk about more of our fashion and lifestyle and cuisine. So you can head over to our Facebook or our website and you have more details about all of that. It's always up there, and there's also our YouTube channel, so we have a full variety. I just was like, we just spend a little bit more time on Instagram with that. So here we are. Today, I'm personally regrouping myself and gathering myself for motivation for the next 6 months, and really trying to ground myself in creating some clear energy and momentum for the next 6 months to finish off the year strong. So this is like my stopping point for myself, and to really analyze the things I've done, I've accomplished, or things I haven't accomplished yet, and understand where to go from there. So that's what I'm doing personally. So I found me a little quiet space here, and I have my Life Goals book that I purchased. This one I purchased from Five Below. It just has scheduling, weekly scheduling, and just general goals, and little motivational tactics within here. And I like it the way it is made. It has little stickers, of course, and so that's been beneficial. I'm gonna get back into using it because, of course, I use my cell phone. I have different calendars, but that's for personal development. So we are going to jump back in a minute. So the next thing that I try to do is I try to take at least one motivational aspect or quote for myself personally, and then within our coaching we have everything organized for each day of the week, each weekly and monthly goal. So we have a wonderful amount of things out there for anyone who's looking to join. But for myself, I'm always staying on my Brian Tracy, and just this book always has helped me through difficult times or times when I just needed some clarity. So after I complete my spiritual readings and just my affirmations, whatever else I have to do for my Quran and all of my inner work, I'll go here and just look and flip through the pages and find something that resonates with me at that day. So right now we're looking at self-esteem needs. And it says, once you have achieved a significant level of each of these basic needs, safety, security, and belongingness, you then turn to satisfy the higher needs of self-esteem and self-worth and your being needs. So that's such an important little, snippet that I look at, and I'll take that for the rest of my day and focus on it and just manifest around the aspect of whatever I've read that day. And if I don't get my reading in, I'll just look at a video, motivational quotes, whatever I can do on the go if I find myself super intensely busy on Mondays and throughout my week. So that's something to look at as a self-esteem needs. And we have done coaching specifically on the human needs and that topic. So it's always something that's kind of parallel to something I've taught before or something that I feel is necessary that I need to evaluate within myself, which is so interesting about the world of coaching, is that in coaching others, we often coach ourselves through different aspects of our personality, our lifestyle choices, and it's such a great way to stay constantly growing and aware and working on yourself. So again, self-esteem and the basic human needs, that's what I will be focusing on today because this is where I opened up to today. So I'm going to make a note of that. And as a goal success life coach at work, I focus primarily on building women and their personal development and their branding. I would say that honestly, the majority of people I come across have a very hindering belief system with their self-esteem, which is great. It's a great place to start working at. It's a great place to be aware of and a space to come into and understand that, hey, I may not have everything as far as confidence within me, but as you reach out and you go towards your coaching, you go towards building your mentorship, you go towards building your brands, go towards people who are able to help you, you will see that there's actually great systems in place that are already here to help you. But the first step is really acknowledging where you are with your self-esteem. And that's why we do a lot of spiritual work in Fashion by Faith Iman within our coaching. We do a lot of understanding and deep inner work just to see where you're at with your ego. Because ego will sometimes have you believe you're far more confident than what you really are. And that's what we want to look at. Self-esteem is actually not just something we're taught in school as kids and something that we share. It's actually a necessity for a successful adult, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. It trickles down into your financial lifestyle as well, your relationships with other people. Your level of self-esteem can be greatly lacking in one area and great in the other area, so you may not notice so much that you're quote-unquote failing at life, but you'll notice small habits that you have that are hindering you from growing in certain aspects. And typically I see confidence and self-esteem and honestly just not learning in our society how to rebuild your self-esteem after you have failed yourself, which is something I coach on as well. We have a variety of coaching. It's a 12-week program, again, online, on virtual, on Fashioned by Faith Iman. So I'm going to put it down here. We are revamping our website. I should be finished with that today. It looks amazing. Adding new packages, products, and services, updating our old ones. We are adding a few, pricing points that are more affordable for some due to COVID. And just also, we always have free advice and free different tips and PDFs and all types of resources on our app and on our website. So you guys can go ahead and check it out. So again, today I've just made a note of a few things I want to accomplish, but also remembering that I want to take a mission statement and standing and affirm that I need to focus more on the self-esteem needs and making sure that I have what I need within myself before always going forward, projecting through day-to-day life. So that's what we're looking at. And with my goal planner at this moment, again, I haven't used this one particularly. I have about 2 or 3 different, planner systems. This one was more simple that I like because I could just take it with me on the go. And it's really easy to use, but I'm gonna go forward, and because it's Monday and it starts off on Monday, I'm gonna start right here and make a couple of personal goals, such as something simple, easy to keep. So let's talk about that. Simple, consistent, amazing results, step by step, half a step by step, is far more important than you just achieving a big goal one day. You want to look, feel, and be in a good space mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. We do not want to be burnt out achieving these goals. I am specifically a goal success life coach, and so I help with particular focused goals, and I and micro goals, and understanding how to get to those steps. So what I want to do now, and instead of making a to-do list and my weekly goals, which is what I used to do, and burning myself out mentally by going so deep into the things I need to do, because again, we're managing a whole life, not just managing one business or one aspect of yourself. You have medical appointments, you have things like the food you need to eat, the dietary things you need to do, your spiritual work you need to do. If you have kids, you have a bunch of things to do for them, as do I. So there's a variety of ways that you need to come back into yourself and understand, what is it that I can do for myself, specifically for me, that will help me feel great, rejuvenate easily throughout my week, and have that momentum to keep going. So one of the things I want to do on Monday, again, is I want to make space for myself. So I have this little room here. I've made space to come to this particular place and utilize these offices and spaces instead of trying to work just from home or work within certain spaces. I feel like a few hours here, I get more done. I get more momentum. It allows me to just reset, because I do typically work most weekends, and my off day is typically for myself. It's a Thursday. So because running multiple businesses, having a full-time job, and being a mother of 3, I needed a midweek weekend. So typically Saturdays and Sundays, I am doing photography. That's when most people are open for photography. That's when we book our image consultant packages and etc. So Monday for me, I may work Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays I'm still working. So Monday for me is not necessarily a break or even the first day of my week. You get it? So I have to look at that, and I have to think to myself, okay, you've been going for 3 or 4 days straight. You may have taken some small breaks, but what do you need on this particular Monday? What do you typically want to achieve within yourself? So for me, Monday is all about motivation and rejuvenation. So I will put right now, the self-esteem is my focus for this week. Self-esteem, needs, and you can even do this and place, hey, assalamu alaikum, how are you? You can even do this and place your general goal on top of your journal. So right now I'm journaling for my week. I'm teaching you guys from our lifestyle and coaching, so we are going back into that. And again, I pulled a reference from Brian Tracy, No Excuses, and it was displaying the importance of self-esteem. So that's what we're discussing now. Self-esteem, again, it has a great amount to do with our overall health, mental, emotional, psychological health, and well-being, and what story we're telling ourselves. So for me, again, it's my week, the beginning of my week technically, even though I work throughout the weekend. Self-esteem, I'm going to put on top here. That's one thing I like to focus on, because it's something I pulled from the book. And what do those needs entail? After you get grounded in what your affirmation is and what you want to do for the week, you need to take an understanding of the action step that's next. So the word here is self-esteem. The next thing it says is needs. So what needs? What action steps can you take towards what you actually need? And you want to be very concise with this, because many people add too much to their list in reference to even, I want to heal this way, I want to do things this way, I want to do things this way. That's not necessarily as important as, again, how you feel in the conscious state of when you're actually doing and progressing. So we'll start to tie ourselves to, I want to do yoga 3 times a week, or da-da-da, and all these things. And sometimes we'll get burnt out by trying to be a higher version of ourselves, trying to heal ourselves, and trying to do too much in one area. So think very concise on what can get you from A to Z, I should say, in your goal right now. So if it's self-esteem, and what need do I have, and how can I fulfill that need? That would be my next question, is what is self-esteem to me? And I would say yada, yada, yada. I think for me personally, it's having a comfortable conversation and a comfortable relationship with yourself. Understanding when you're both at your higher self and your lower self, and Also stepping back and being in a spiritual space where you don't necessarily judge yourself negatively, but you're aware of what's happening to you, what's happening for you, but it's not always you. So that's the state I try to stay in mentally and spiritually. So if I'm having a headache one day, it's not me necessarily. I don't take my whole day and complain about the headache as I might have done years ago, or complain about, what's happening outside with my finances or whatever. I can change those things. I need to focus on getting back to the core of who I am. So a self-esteem need I may need this week is I just did Juneteenth. I did our Black History and Pan-African Festival, which is what I grew up doing. I am at a very happy and content mood with seeing our community, seeing everyone flourish, but at the same time, I would love to always be around more African American Muslims, my diaspora, my people, and networking with them and seeing how we can always change that narrative, because it is something that I work on with myself, and having that identity always strong. So coming off of that this weekend, I just realized, hey, I need to be around more. I've always been around Black mothers, but more Black mothers that are going through some similar things that I go through, more Black Muslim mothers who are in business like me, and I'm always someone to bring people together, so I will be working on bringing people together and trying to network and be in a healthy space, having brunch, coming back into a space where we're having healthy conversations for us as women and for myself, because that allows me so much momentum when I'm around other people who are going through what I'm going through and succeeding, not succeeding, having authentic relationships and authentic conversations. So that may be one thing I put down, like reaching out to so-and-so, or planning a brunch for myself, or just simply having a phone conversation. Literally could be so easy. So today I've already taken an action step towards that without knowing it, because I have a few people lined up this week for our mothers, and we're getting together. So that's one thing. The next thing is keeping yourself motivated again, just in a sense of contentment. You want to be content and motivated. You don't want to be stressed out and trying to constantly motivate yourself and refuel that muscle. So understanding how you can be content and wondering how you can get yourself to this place where you're truly at peace with what's happening in life. The way you do that, again, I say self-esteem and self-confidence is a big one, because if you don't understand how you react and how your brain is truly thinking about the traumas and the everyday drama of life, then sometimes we just take it in and we just think, I'm not doing a great job because this and this happened. When the truth is, this scenario could only go a few ways, and you had maybe a certain time frame to make a decision. And you made a decision based on usually emotional state. And the consequences of that is what you see. However, if you start to step back, especially within the time frame and the time period of what we're dealing with in the world, and truly understand that you have the ability to pretty much change anything by just controlling and honestly just having enough confidence to look at your emotional state and say, I'm okay or I'm not okay right now. I need to come backwards a little bit and step out of the situation, analyze it from different viewpoints, and make an executive decision. So that's really what I work on. Again, Monday motivation is big for me. It's something that I believe in. I typically do Sundays, of course, and I do Saturday. I don't have a day really where I can't say that I'm trying not to, I try to motivate myself every single day now, because of the fact that I work in so many different areas, and I want to achieve so much that you have to have that momentum. So look at what you need for yourself. Look at your self-esteem needs. Reconnect with your inner self, your inner child, your inner community, things that make you happy. Reconnect with what you do well. Is a big one, because it was a time where I was doing so many great things well, and they became quote unquote work for me, and that's great. You make a little money, you reach out to some people, you're doing what you like to do, but sometimes even with us achieving our goals, we get burnt out because it's no longer necessarily enjoyable. You're on a time clock. You have to, you have people demanding things from you that, so even if you're living the lifestyle you want, it does come with a lot of responsibility. So just understanding where you are in that really helps. So Monday, again, I had to do this and get in this office space. I'm going to finish working on my computer and doing the things I need to do. Another thing I'm going to be doing for myself is making sure my diet is good. So yesterday I actually went to the store and just eating healthy, which is one of my big ones. Today I had like a smoothie. I've been on a lot of liquids lately because it is very hot. It's about 100 degrees any given day, 90 degrees in Texas. So definitely staying hydrated is like a big must for me. But also making it, when I say hydrated, I'm thinking about how I like to hydrate. Going ahead and make myself some fruit waters. Making my own mixtures of teas, and I blend fruits in them. So I have like my own Starbucks type of drinks that are amazing, far more amazing than Starbucks. Making myself salads that have like a lot of I roasted turkey salad like the other day, smoked like peppers and all kind of stuff in there. And it's not basic at all. It's some really good salads. And that allowed me again to look forward to not just like working, but having my break, having my me time, eating my salad and enjoying myself and coming back into my space and knowing that I'm also nourishing my body and creating some really good, habits with stopping and eating, which was a big problem for me when I used to work and when I just love doing what I do. Stopping eating slowly, eating a healthy meal. Staying hydrated again is a big one. Many people are dehydrated. It causes a lot of mental health issues. It causes a lot of stress, and we can greatly just reduce our overall, stress of the week by being hydrated, especially during the summer. So please, guys. Another thing I would love to do this Monday again is just I was working on, like I said, personally for a business website and different stuff like that. But working on scheduling all of my appointments that I need. My health is just a health-focused Monday. Anything I need for dentists, just getting that knocked out for the rest of the summer so I don't have to be like worried about it through the next 6 months of the year, because sometimes those things just take a little bit of time to do. So those are the main goals for the Monday. Definitely motivating myself and keeping myself up as far as physically keeping myself up, because my mental, alhamdulillah, is pretty strong mentally, and I love that. But something in the physical body is like, okay, you need to rest. So if you are dealing with any of those things or would love some coaching, I have already put the website there, and we have a full app. We have a full app for you guys. We once you start your coaching, go through your consultation, go through the Welcome Week Academy, which is a beautiful part of our app where you have a free, it's always linked, I will link it again. You have a free code and you can go in and interact, and it's so amazing. I've worked so hard on it. I love that. I love Welcome Week Academy. It just allows me to get to know the person one-on-one a little bit, chat with a couple of people in there. We have forms, we have everything. And then from there you go to your coaching and you have your weekly lesson plans, everything, a form. It's easy to see. You can do it straight from your phone. If ever we need our one-on-one coaching, you call me just like this, and we're verbally communicating. We have scheduled our time, and you have your hour with me. So guys, thank you so much for watching this live. I will post it, inshallah. Have a great Monday. We'll be back in here probably a little bit later. I'm going to be doing some motivation and posting our reels for the reel series and for this month and for July. Again, if you haven't already subscribed to our website, go ahead and do so. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.